So this girl, Madison, went viral. I loved this video. I was so happy that she pulled out her phone and videoed this guy on this date. Like, oh my God, it was infuriating. Like, as a woman, this is the kind of thing that, like, I wanted to jump through the TikTok and grab the guy by the throat and his stupid chinos, his wrinkly chinos. Like, okay.
You're picking on the guy's pants now?
I'm getting upset before I even tell you what's going on. So this girl, Madison, meets this guy on Tinder, and they sort of chat back and forth for about 3 weeks. And then she decides, you know what, let's meet up. So they meet up, and first they decide they were going to go out for dinner. But, it was like too cold, and the restaurant, you can't sit inside anymore. You got to sit outside and the rest, whatever. So he's like, why don't you come to my house? We'll just cook and eat there. So, I mean, between you and I don't understand, like, a guy she just met on Tinder, unless they both got tested for COVID. Like, she leaves that part out. So I'm kind of hoping they both got tested for COVID. Let's go with they did, which is why it was okay they were in the same room together. So she goes to his house, and
people don't care anymore. You're so jaded.
I know.
People do not care. There were more people at the store today without a mask than with a mask. So people are over it. They're done completely.
Wow. We're never getting out of this thing.
We're never going to.
Yeah, never going to. So anyway, so they go to his place so he can, like, cook dinner, and he makes the moves on her, and she's like, nah, I'm not into it. And he goes ballistic. He's like, then why were you on Tinder? That's the whole idea of Tinder. Tinder is about hooking up. It's not about relationships. And he kind of lets her have it. But she does a really good job defending herself. Listen to this.
I'd like to know you better, and I'd like to see you again. That's how adults date. They don't use Tinder to date. They use Tinder to
Okay, in your bio, you need to say, hey, I'm just trying to fuck.
Right.
If you say that, you're not going to get any Tinder matchups.
But you're up front, and you don't pull girls back to your apartment and then get shit when they don't sleep with you.
Exactly.
Well, you're on Tinder, though. That's what Tinder is for.
Not necessarily. I mean, people hook up on Tinder, but they also find relationships. On Tinder, you say what you're looking for. You say if you're looking for right now or forever, like Mr. Right or Mr. Right Now. Like you say on there what you're looking for.
And if you say forever, I'm looking for a forever wife, you're lying. Everybody's looking to hook up. Everybody.
Well, obviously Madison wasn't. I mean, she went there and she said no. And the guy was like fighting her, which is so weird because, okay, so 25 years old, like that generation, I'm sorry, you should know better. You know, when a woman says no, that's it. The conversation is over. The fact that he kept trying to convince her and say, like, what were you on Tinder for then? You're misleading, as if she's like a tease of some kind. Like, I remember, I wish I had the lens of 2021 back in the 90s, like when guys were trying to hook up with me and I was just like not interested, and they'd be like, you're a tease. It's like, why? Because I said no to you? Like that used to infuriate me. It's like, no didn't mean no then. No meant you're a tease, not I'm not interested in you, like you're hideous, or I wasn't expecting you to be so ugly, so horrible. Do you know what I mean? And I guess his argument was, then why did you come back to my apartment? And she's like, this was the plan. The plan that I was coming over to get to know you. Like that was our plan, which I think in retrospect, I hope she realizes going to his house was dangerous because luckily he just stood there in his wrinkled khakis trying to convince her. Another guy might have attacked her. And she could have put herself in a really bad position that she was alone in this guy's apartment. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like going back to a guy's apartment or having a date in a guy's apartment that you don't know very well, you are really taking a risk. This is what it's like being a woman. You can't just go to somebody's house.
Yeah. And I think both sides are to blame here because she's on Tinder. And I'm sorry, Tinder is a complete hookup site. Watch the Family Guy episode about Tinder.
Yeah.
And and that tells you exactly what kind of site that is. Then she's been talking with him for a couple of weeks. So it's not like they don't know each other. And then she says, okay, I'll go to your apartment. That is a flag to say we're hooking up.
if they were talking for 3 weeks, wasn't there a conversation at some point where he said, I can't wait to see you naked. And then she can go, wait, hang on a minute. You're not seeing me naked. Like, what do you think? I think that he lied to her in those messages. I think that he wanted her to come over and didn't even reveal that that's what he was down with, because she was genuinely surprised. Like, she was like, what are you thinking? Like, why would you think I'd be into that? So I think in the messages, she probably hinted at like, great to get to know you and where you're from and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not looking for a hookup. And then when she showed up and he basically like, I'm not going to say molested her because he didn't touch her,
right,
but like he verbally molested her. Like he verbally was like, why are you here then? I mean, what's the purpose? Like,
yeah,
as if
I don't like none of it because
sends me back. Like I'm not a triggered person, but it did send me back to those times in the 90s when guys were like, oh, you're a tease.
I'm sorry, if I'm single and you're single and we've been talking for a few weeks and you're at my apartment, I'm making you breakfast.
Right.
You're doing the walk of shame at 9:00 in the morning. Sorry, that's the way it is.
No, but I'm saying like they both should have been more honest with each other. He should have said, listen, if you're coming over, bring condoms. And she should have said, listen, if I'm coming over, don't expect to use your condoms. Like they both should have had that conversation with each other. Like I feel like there's some personal responsibility that everybody should always take. But once she said no, that should have been the end of the conversation. There should not be video of him yelling at her for not wanting to hook up or yelling at her for being on Tinder.
Oh, so you're saying guys are douchebags?
I know, 20-year-old guys are douchebags. What a shock.
Horny 20-year-old guys are douchebags. Wow, I had no idea until you told me. Here's another story of a douchebag. Let's see what you would do when it comes to this. This happened on TikTok, kind of like yours. Two people go out on a date, guy and a girl. They've been talking for a little bit. They're at the restaurant. She's attractive. He's attractive. They're kind of getting along pretty well. They just ordered, and she goes, well, I have to go to the bathroom. And he says, okay. So I guess they're both kind of looking at their phones to see the time or whatever. And she starts taking a video without him really knowing it. And then when she goes to the bathroom, she looks back at the video and she can see in the reflection of his glasses that he's looking at Tinder.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So he's on Tinder while he's having dinner with her.
While he's sitting there waiting for the food to come, you can see the reflection in his glasses of another girl on Tinder.
Oh my God, that's your video this?
We do have audio, but the audio is what's going on in his head.
Okay.
And you can hear the girl talking, and she just keeps talking and talking about herself, but we can hear inside the guy's head what he's thinking. So
anyway, like, I grew up in like a really small town, and as I was growing up, I was thinking like, I don't want to live in a small town. Like, I want to go to a big town one day.
There's no way I can do another
like,
date
I just
with
don't
this
see
girl.
myself
I
as
can't. Hold on, let me look at my phone.
yeah, I'm just checking to see if my mom called.
Oh, okay. Is that what
just
you're doing over there?
keep talking. I'm looking at the phone to see if my mom called.
Okay. Anyway, so I figured if I'm gonna get a law degree,
she's almost naked.
No, I'm still looking for my mom. So keep going.
Okay. Is your mom texting me to stop and do you want to call her?
Yeah, she's asking about my uncle Jack. He's really sick. He's got the COVID right now. So I'm talking with her. So yeah, I'm listening. Trust me. My eyes are looking at my phone, but my ears are completely 100% on you.
Okay.
Oh my God, she's such a freaking nice.
So I figured I would get a law degree in like a big city, but then go back to my small town and be like an amazing lawyer there.
Yes, swipe left.
For the people that could really use it.
Yeah, later I'll be done at 3.
And like,
I'll be done at 9.
But I'm not really looking for anything serious relationship wise. I just want you to know, like, and I'm probably like I have to leave right after dinner because I got an early meeting.
See you at 10:30.
And you're hideous.
Yeah, this
You
girl.
look better
I
looking in
want
your
her
pictures, to be honest with you.
die,
Is that like an old
die,
picture?
Die,
I don't know, like
die.
you look like
She just won't stop.
not
Okay.
like your picture.
Mom says hi, by the way.
Your mom, the mom. Wait a minute, I thought the uncle had COVID.
No, I was talking to Mom. She was talking about my uncle who has COVID, and yeah.
And then she died in the middle of the conversation?
No, she just said, I told her I'd come over later and talk about her brother. So, because he's not feeling too good. So,
okay. No, what happened to that guy is he realized that the girl that he was sitting with was not going to hook up with him, and he was looking for a hookup.
right. So she got up, went to the bathroom, looked on her phone, and went, "What the hell is in his eyes?" And then she zoomed in, and she went back to the table and said, "Bye-bye," and left. And then
Good for her.
posted it online. Yeah, so already the clip has racked up more than 450,000 views and 1,600 comments. And it's being shared every
great.
second. So, yeah, the guy, you have it bad if you're on a date looking for a date. And this girl's pretty hot. I mean, it's not like she's not hot.
Yeah, but it's the same thing like when you'd be out with a guy and he'd be looking at other women around you. It's the same thing. Like you're sitting there having a conversation, you're clearly not interested in each other, and you're both looking around the bar to find somebody better.